Well, the 13th annual Chili Bowl Nationals getting set for tonight's 25-lap A main. They will rack them and stack them like this. On the pole, the highest points getter out of Milan, Illinois, the 11 car of Kevin Doty. To his outside, the 15L from Salinas, California, Ronnie Day. Starting inside of row number 2, the highest scoring rookie tonight, the 1X of Scott Nail out of Visalia, California. To his outside, the 55K of Steve Knepper.
In the third row, number 15X, Bloomington, Indiana, and Steve Kinzer. On the outside, Jimmy Sills, number 4 from Placerville, California. The next row, we have Greg Luckert, the number 01 out of Missouri, and a fellow Missourian, Danny Lasowski, the dude, in number 36.
In the fifth row will be Jay Drake and Darren Pittman. In row number 6, Jerry Coons Jr. and Rich Camfield.
In the next row, Jason Leffler and Tom Eatwell, followed by Matt Westfall and Keith Roush.
Jack Hewitt, Boyd Calvert, Chad Farmer, AJ Fike round out the top 20 cars. Here we go, 25 laps green at the Chili Bowl.
Kevin Doty gets the jump from the pole position and has the lead over Ronnie Day. Scott Nail, Steve Knepper coming up on the outside to Professor Jimmy Sills.
Jimmy Sills with a great start, now moving into number 4th spot, working the high side of the racetrack where nobody's at. The 55 car, Knepper though, going up to block the advantage.
Knepper gets over the back of Scott Nail as Greg Luckert smacks almost head on into the wall in turn number 3. The car momentarily stops on its nose, then comes down on top of the cage.
Luckert wheel hopped the car and there was no place to go. The wall came at a real quick pace and it took him a while for that car flopped on over on its top. So Greg Luckert's night ends abruptly over in turn number 3 as we get set to turn the green loose once again. Doty on the button as the green replaces the yellow. Behind him, Ronnie Day, as once again the Professor makes a charge on the top side.
Sills lone driver up top now, followed by Steve Knepper in turns 1 and 2 as we have a reworked racetrack for our feature event.
How about a job, though, by this 1X car? Scott Nail, a rookie, coming to us all the way from Visalia, California, doing a masterful job in his first ever Chili Bowl.
So Doty the leader, followed by Ronnie Day out of California, Scott Nail, another California, and Jimmy Sills from California up into 4.
And there's Steve Kinzer, the king of the Outlaws, rooting around on the bottom, lifting the front end, trying to pick up his positions. He's right now running in the 6th spot, working now on 5th on a 55 machine of Steve Knepper.
Meanwhile, Sills moves into 3rd, Knepper to 4th as Nail got out of shape on the front straightaway.
Sills continuing to work the top side, is now running in the 3rd spot. Nail back into the number 4 spot as Knepper goes wide.
Kinzer is 6th, Jay Drake up to 7th. 8th is Danny Lasowski, 9th is Jerry Coons Jr. rounding out the top 10, Jason Leffler.
They call Jimmy Sills the Professor for a reason because he's been doing this a lot of years and he knows how to get the job done. Watch him skillfully, masterfully, working his way around the top side and by the 15L car of Ronnie Day. Jimmy Sills now runs in the 2 spot.
Kevin Doty the leader, followed by Placerville, California's Jimmy Sills on the move, as is Steve Knepper. Knepper up high into 3rd.
Whoa, Scott Nail lifting the front end real high. Knepper moves into number 3 spot. He's got the trailer hitch hooked to the back end of Jimmy Sills as we've got a yellow. The 33 car looks like Keith Roush. Check that, could be the 66T car of Boyd Calvert having a rough night all night long, and it continues here in tonight's A-Main. Only one driver has started more Chili Bowl A-Mains than Kevin Doty, that driver being Sammy Swindell. Kevin Doty with 9 times making it to Saturday night's A-Main, controls the pack as they make their way off at turn 2 and back to the green flag.
Doty maintains the pace, but here comes Jimmy Sills using the cushion to try to get around the Milan, Illinois driver. Knepper running 3rd, Ronnie Day is 4th.
And if you look back to about 7th, Jay Drake is also working the top side of the racetrack. He's coming hard, the 2nd heat race winner, making a charge on the top side of the racetrack, comes to the tail of Scott Nail.
So Drake has both Kinzer and Nail in front of him as Sills pulls to the outside of Doty for the lead.
It's Doty, Sills, and Knepper. Top 3, Knepper getting over the backside of Sills' car, maintains control as we bunch him up off of turn 2, but the green flag stays out.
Doty, Sills, Knepper, and Day, the top 4. Lasowski is now moved up into the 5th spot, Nail the 6th.
I'll tell you what, it looks like Kevin Doty may have seen Jimmy Sills on the top side of the racetrack. He has changed his line, moving from the bottom now up to the top to block the Placerville driver.
Jerry Jerry Cooch Jr. has also moved up to the top, and he has moved into the 7th position in the number 7 car.
But for the meantime, it still goes Doty, Sills, Knepper, and the 15L machine of Ronnie Day.
Day hits the wall hard on the front straightaway, but maintains the 4th position over Lasowski in 5th.
We're just about going to get into lap traffic here as we approach the midpoint of this race.
Now everyone is pretty well moved up to the top side of the racetrack and getting off the curve. Doty, Sills, and Knepper.
Just like we said earlier, this racetrack is going to change. The drivers who are going to adapt to that are going to have the most success here. Right now, Kevin Doty is showing the way. Jimmy Sills out there right now running in the 2nd position. He's trying to make only his 2nd Chili Bowl start. He made his first one in 1993, 1999. Looking pretty good right now as we're about to enter lap traffic.
Jason Leffler pops the wall in turn number 1 and 2, continues on in the number 9 car. Leffler still going as we have a car up against the wall. It's A.J. Fike in turn number 3, coming to a stop.
And it happened just as Kevin Doty was lapping him. Maybe spooked a little bit by the fact the leader is now on the tail, and unfortunately, I guess he's already on the tail, so he can't go very much further, but the 69 car brings out the yellow.
As we get ready to go yellow, from the yellow to the green, there's 18 laps down, 7 remaining. Kevin Doty the leader, followed by Jimmy Sills in 2nd. Steve Knepper is 3rd, Ronnie Day 4th, Danny Lasowski is 5th, followed by Scott Nail, Jerry Cooch Jr. up from 11th, Steve Kinzer, Jay Drake, and Jason Leffler. We're back under green. Here comes Sills.
Oh, and they gain contact. They get together, and Sills looks like he's going to maintain the advantage. Sills all the way from the number 6 spot as the yellow will come out, and unfortunately for the professor, nullify that move, and I'll bet you Kevin Doty does not do that again.
No. Cars getting together in turn number 2. Scott Nail got turned around sideways. Keith Roush with nowhere to go turned sideways into him. Both cars come to a stop. We're under yellow.
Well, Jimmy Sills was able to pass Kevin Doty the last time we had the green flag. It happened when Doty went to the bottom of the racetrack. Sills working the top line all night long, was able to sneak by him. The 2 gain contact. It'll be interesting to see what happens now as the green flag comes out.
Doty stays up top as Sills will follow him through. Knepper in 3rd, Ronnie Day in 4th, Danny Lasowski 5th, and Jerry Cooch Jr. from 11th up to 6th, the number 7 car.
Amazing job by Danny Lasowski. He wasn't really up in the top 5 for much of the night, but he quietly sneaks his way up into the top 5, just like he does every year.
Jay Drake now tries going down on the curve in the 97 car, trying to get some moisture down there, doesn't find it, as Jason Leffler moves to the outside of it.
Jimmy Sills continues to hold on to number 2 spot despite having a left rear tire looking like it's going flat on the number 4 machine. That could be affecting the handling of this race car. It'll be interesting to see if Knepper can now make any kind of moves on the number 4 machine.
And the finishing position will determine starting spots in Saturday night's A-feature event. So Sills will try to hold on, and he's doing so far.
The laps wind down. This time by. We will be looking at 2 laps to go. 2 laps to go to see if Kevin Doty out of Milan, Illinois can hold on. Jimmy Sills with a look on the bottom. Not going to happen. Maybe that tire slowing him down as Knepper moves to the inside as the white flag comes out.
Knepper looks low but can't move as the white flag is out. 1 final lap to go. The leader is still Kevin Doty, followed by Jimmy Sills. Steve Knepper running in 3rd, Ronnie Day 4th. Here comes the checkered flag. Our Thursday night feature event winner of the 13th annual Chili Bowl Nationals will be Kevin Doty of Milan, Illinois, followed by Jimmy Sills in 2nd. 3rd will go to Steve Knepper, 4th to Ronnie Day, 5th to Danny Lasowski. But tonight's opening night of the 13th annual Chili Bowl Nationals from Milan, Illinois, driving the Wilkie Pack number 11, it's Kevin Doty.